So, I've come again. I wanted to talk about a big issue in between the people that want to achieve great things and something that many people are very uncomfortable to discuss, and that is failure. Now, if we were in a delusional world or in a world that wasn't real, we would go, okay, we can have everything in the world, we can have great things, we can achieve it all. But we don't live in that world. We can only achieve so many things, and we must be very careful upon choosing those. Now, if you have experienced this, where you have chosen to pursue a goal, you have probably failed. And that is not something new to say. Everyone has failed. Everyone has failed many times to achieve something. And I want to discuss that because many people are uncomfortable with facing failure, are uncomfortable with that first moment where things don't go well. And my goal here is to really give you a new perspective on how you can see failure, and better so, maybe even manage it to a way that it motivates you. See it as a drive to keep going on those big goals that you have. So, the first thing I will say, when we discuss failure, we must also talk about the opposite, winning. We must discuss both of these things so we can have a better view of just understanding how life works, and even rather choosing a better form of valuing different things. Now, when we talk about winning, we always go, yes, I love to win, I love to win, I love to win. What does that mean though? That means simply achieving a goal that you have wanted to achieve. If it is, for example, winning a license, well, winning a license, no, but getting your driver's license. Now, you get your driver's license, and then it doesn't matter how many times you have failed, you have won. So, we must understand that no matter the failures, winning is the point. And when you go down this rabbit hole of just desiring the victory and victory and victory and victory, you then understand and just realize how pointless victory is. Because, understand this. Let's take it as you are a boxing champion, for example. Let's just take that as an example. You win the belt. You become the world champion of the heavyweight division. That spark will probably only last for that moment. That moment where you are crowned the belt. Same goes with failure. Now you might say, yeah, but failure just feels bad. Yeah, but it isn't forever. And it's sort of the same thing, you know, you fail, you win, you fail, you win. It is a short event of time where you have a different emotion about a certain circumstance that happened. Now, also one thing that we must add about failure and success is that none of them are permanent. Victory is impermanent. You will not always win. Even the greatest winners have lost. Losing is not permanent, because you could constantly lose, but one time you can try and you will win. So understanding this, you understand that it is not the point of focusing your attention onto the result. It is onto the road to the result. You are not born in this world to focus on those small things, such as the results of maybe the 5 years of gym, maybe the results of a hard test. You do not live for that purpose, because that adds stress to you. If you are focused on result, you will be a slave. Because if you think about it, that's how slaves worked. A slave only was valued by the amount of work they could put on. That's the same way that we are viewing the world. Only about how much we can do, how much we can achieve, how many times we failed, and how many times we don't want to fail. You understand that it's pointless. When you come from the point of entertainment and joy upon doing things and wanting to do things, that's where the true winning becomes. That's where you become a person that doesn't rely upon the results of your actions, but rather focuses onto the process of those actions. And that's simply the point. That's where life is built. And that's where all the great things that we have in this world are made. And when you view life like this, where you destabilize focus from winning and losing, and you focus on simply the experience of these things, that's when life gets great. And the reason why I said we must focus on winning as well is because they are both the same experience. We must take both of them together, because you cannot have one part of it without the other. And yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to say, and I hope this video helps somebody. And I think that's 6 minutes. Thank you guys for watching. That was great.